So that's, as soon as I've ordered the yarn, that's my priority to get done, because it's just Sleeve Island, and that's what you do at Sleeve Island. It's a dance town. Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Kelly, also known as Roro and Kids, and this is a podcast all about what I've been knitting and crocheting and designing over the last normally 2 weeks. This time 4-5 weeks because of the MusiKAL. And this is episode 90, I tell you. Right, housework, as always. Housework? Is that right? Housekeeping. Same thing. My son brought home from Halloween, he brought home a couple of like plastic rings that have like a plastic spider on them. And like any 9-year-old, he wore them for the afternoon and then chucked them, and they've been lying around the house. And the cats have found them and think they're the best thing ever. And so they are constantly playing with them and scuttling them around the front room and everything. They're currently in the kitchen scuttling them around. So if you can hear scratching and cats, man, they have absolutely zero sense of like, she's busy, we should probably be quiet. So I apologise up front. Right. I want to say a massive welcome to everybody new here. There is a good load of you who have joined over the MusiKAL. This is my usual content. I do this every 2 weeks, and then you'll get something different in the... I put a video up every week. So every 2 weeks is a podcast video like this, and then every other week is something different, like a rundown of some patterns that have been released, or I don't know, I've got like Christmas gift ideas coming up, things like that. So hopefully you enjoy the normal content that isn't an MusiKAL, and and we'll see you again and again and again. Anyway, welcome, and if you're returning, welcome back, because you know I love having you here. So we'll get cracking with everything. We could start with what I'm wearing, because it might be coming off because I'm getting a bit warm. It's really dull, grey, thick fog outside. I'm surprised the lighting in here isn't actually that bad. I thought it would be a bit too dark, but it's not. It's actually okay. But it's like reasonably warm. What's my temperature things there? It says it's 23 degrees in the house. That's not really jumper malarkey. So yeah, I'll see how I go. But this is my, what is it? Rococo sweater by Sari Nordlund. I will do this so you can see the top. Regular viewers would have seen me knit this. I finished it at some point this year, early this year I think, like April was it? Can't really remember. It is a top down, in the round, like fancy yoke jumper. I was just trying to think of the yarn weight. I think I struggled. I can't remember what the pattern says. I think like Ravelry says one thing and the pattern says another thing. One says DK, the other one says Aran. And I tried numerous different yarns to be able to knit this and could not get gauge. I cannot get Sari Nordlund's gauge. And so I got as close to as I possibly could. I think the gauge for this was like 20 and I got 19, or the other way around. I can't fully remember, but I was like one stitch out, and when I went up a needle size I was one stitch the other way, so I just went with whatever. So I went with whatever, and I think I got an Aran weight. Yes, I did. Oh, I'm really testing my brain now. I know it's a drops, but I can't remember which drops it is, but it's an Aran drops. And this is the purple mix colourway. I will put on the screen which drops it is because I cannot remember. I know that I also had loads left over from what I bought. The top itself it's very extensive in that yoke, and the pattern is also on the sleeves. So it's lots of like twisted rib and bobbles. You can omit the bobbles, and she does tell you how, like if you don't want to do the bobbles, she tells you what else to do instead. It's got like bits of lace work in it, but it's like, and little bits of like, I think they're mini cables were in it. Yeah, like mini cables here. And then like the sleeves, it's not too bad because you've done it so much, but the yoke was like, it was hard going. It was very, very extensive. I highly recommend adding a stitch marker every repeat in case you go wrong somewhere, so you can find out where it is and just fix that little section. Yeah, it's a, I wouldn't say it was an enjoyable knit. It is in a way because it's difficult, but it's difficult. So it's like, it's quite hard wearing. You have to pick and choose your times to knit it. You can't just, it's not TV knitting. It's like, you have to think until you get to obviously after the yoke, and then ba-boom. It does, I was going to say it grows quite fast, but this yoke did not grow fast. The body does, but the yoke didn't, just because it's so extensively patterned. I do like that though, and I love the jumper. It's very, very warm. It's quite a thick, dense gauge, so like you can't see through it at all. It is a thick gauge. I don't remember what size needles I knitted it on or anything, but I think they were like, I think an Aran is like a size 5mm, a US, what would that be? US 8. Aran tends to be around there, doesn't it? 4.5mm, so a 4.5 to 5mm. Oh, my cats. 4.5 to 5mm, which would be a 7 and an 8, 7 or 8 US. But I think this was, it was possibly on 4.5. It might have even been on 4, so a 6 or a 7. So just go to sleep. Go and have a lay down, a little snooze. It's what you'll do for the rest of the day. Can't you do that now? Rat bags. Yeah, I don't think I have much else to tell you. It's it was in my TBR, that's to be read. It was in my to knit, TK, list for yonks, like a good few years. And a viewer had actually bought me the pattern as a gift, and I just couldn't get round to doing it. And then I finally did, and yeah, it did take a while, and I love it, but it's very, very warm, so it might be coming off later. I have got a t-shirt underneath, you're safe. So that is what I'm wearing, and we'll move on to finished objects. And guess what? Finished object I've got. So if you are still doing the MusiKAL, and the Stephen West MusiKAL, MusiKAL is what I'm talking about. If you are still doing it and you don't want to see the finished thing, then I would look away, and I will give you the timestamp of when to skip to when I've stopped talking about it. So I'm going to show it now, so I would suggest to skip to this timestamp. Okay, those of you who don't care and do want to see, or have knitted it yourselves, here it is. So I did finish. I cannot fit it all on the screen. I can't even hold it all. It is very, very long. Oh, it doesn't want to be held either. Don't be more of a rat bag than you already are. Oh, I've got an end. What a shame. This is Stephen West's MusiKAL shawl, which was this year's MusiKAL in October. If you've been living under a rock in the knitting world for a while, it's basically every week he gives you a clue for 4 weeks. You get 4 different clues, and it creates a shawl. You never know what it's going to look like. He gives you advice on what yarns to pick, how many yarns to pick. He tends to say tonal, tonal, tonal. This year was 4 different colours. Sometimes I listen to him, sometimes I don't. Last year I didn't listen. It was 2 yarns last year, and I didn't listen. I used one plain coloured yarn, a creamy yarn, and the other one was a my advent, so it was lots of different colours, and I adore last year's shawl, which is my Go-Go Dynamo. I will pop up a picture. This year I did listen a little bit more because 4 colours is a little bit more tricky, I think. I don't like messing about too much, but I wanted to go autumnal, which it's not usually my colours. One cat wants to go out and I'm going to oblige because getting rid of one is brilliant. Just give me a min. That is Fion out. So I've just got Dax and Mike in. Mike's not allowed out because he's way too little. And well, he's not this big, but he's about this big. And he's only coming up 4 months old. And Dax doesn't really like going out. He's a big lad, but he likes to stay home. So they'll still fight. So what were we talking about? We were talking about this. I lovingly call it my monstrosity because it's not my cup of tea. So I did go autumnal, which isn't really like me. I like the odd autumnal colour. I do like browns and greens and like rusty colours. Do you know, if I wasn't doing this, they'd be asleep. They drive me bonkers. Yeah, I do. I like them, but it's not my go-to. Like, I'm drawn to pinks and blues and purples and greens. I'm drawn to that kind of side of the spectrum. I'm not over in the yellow side, really. And not that this is yellow. I'm just saying that's my colour preferences. So this was a little bit out of my comfort zone, but it was, I put them together and it was I put like different sections of colours together of my stash. And this was the one that I was most drawn to. So I went for it. So how it worked. Week 1 was this scallopy thing. So I'll show you up close. So it's kind of like, you get the lovely singing phase. La 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 la. Or ah, whichever way you want to do that. You get the scallopy face. No, you don't. You get this face at the top with how he increases. And then you do these welts, which are like a 3D type welt. It sticks out. Bit of brioche, another welt. Eyelets in 2 colours, another welt. And then you like move, I think you went to this one and then this one. And then you go back over and you go down here. And so you do all these different things. So at this point, clue 1, your yarn is chopped to bits. Because I was carrying, for a long time, I had 4 yarns attached carrying. But you just can't, especially when you do here and then you go over here, you have to cut your yarn. And so already your yarn is useless to anything. There's joining sections which have big gapy holes in, which I am not a fan of at all. I will stitch them up eventually, but I'm just, at the minute it's in the naughty corner, I'm done. Then we went on to clue 2. So week 1 was quite extensive. It did take a little while. And then we went to week 2, which was all these scallops, wavy lines, which Stephen West calls squiggles, minus the brioche on the bottom. So all these squiggles, and they go progressively, it's short row, so they go progressively thinner. You get this lumpy bumpy section here, which has blocked out. He said, oh, it'll block out. It has blocked out, but it's already coming back on mine. It's not happy there. It's overly decreased, and it's very lumpy there, where it's gathered together. Clue 2 was like short and sweet. It didn't take long. I actually took a couple of days off while knitting it. I didn't feel like I needed to like really plough. And which always fills you with a little bit of dread, because you think, well, if that's so short, what on earth is clue 3 going to be? Now, considering this is what I had at the time, I was thinking swirlies and, you know, and then we suddenly went, ba-bumf, we're going blocky. And this entire bit was clue 3, without the brioche, if you can see the brioche. So you did all these modular diamonds, followed by this brick section. And to me, that next to that does not go whatsoever. Now, I have seen some of these shawls done in some absolutely stunningly beautiful colours, and it kind of helps. And it kind of helps. I'm not saying mine isn't beautiful colours, because I love my colours. What I mean is people who tended to mess around with their colours a bit more, and people who like didn't stick to 4 colours and just chucked in loads of different colours, that kind of helps. But it's still not right to me. That I think something needed to be added in between these two to make that fit a bit more, but it's never going to fit because it's completely different. So to me, we've got this beautiful shawl here, and then we've got this even more, in my eyes, beautiful shawl here. It's 2 shawls stuck together, and it's quite frustrating. We then went on to clue 4, which was the massive amount of brioche along the bottom edge. It's wavy on this side, as you can see, to follow in with those squiggly lines. Just make sure I'm holding that high enough. And then it's straight on this side to match with the bricks and everything. So the whole thing is like 2 things stuck together, and it doesn't sit right with me. I like symmetry, and it doesn't really sit well with me. Now, loads of people have said to me that it looks nicer on, and I agree, it does. And if you haven't watched my MusiKAL video, I will quickly pop it on, but I'm going to take this jumper off, because if I do pop it on, I'll be like the witch from The Wizard of Oz, and I'll just melt into, like, I haven't even got a hat on to melt underneath. I'll just be a puddle. We don't need to see that. So I'm going to take this jumper off, which is a shame because I haven't worn it for ages. I thought today would be the day, and it's not. I'm going to take my jumper off, and I'm going to put this shawl on and show you. I'll just have to unclip my mic. 2 minutes. Okay, so 1. It's better. Hang on. I fall off my chair. It's better. It's kind of like a mishmash of things, and you can kind of see a bit of this and you can see a bit of that, and it's not so intrusively because you can't see that line straight down the middle. It's definitely better worn. And I'll keep it. And I like my colours. It's really autumnal and cosy and warm. And it's a massive shawl. It's lovely and warm to wear and everything. I haven't worn it out yet. I've just tried it on a couple of times. Like I say, it is in the naughty corner a little bit because it is just, it's kind of ugly. But, you know, it is what it is. You sign up for mystery, you don't know what you're going to get. I love the mystery aspect of the MusiKAL. I really, really do. I could only do it once a year. That's enough. But I do love the mystery aspect. And yeah, so that helps. But sometimes you're not going to like the outcome. And this year's just weird. I can't get my head around how I actually feel about it. Part of me loves it. Part of me hates it. Not loves it. No part of me loves it. Part of me likes it. Part of me really doesn't like it. There's no love and hate. They're too extreme. I like it and I don't like it. That's pretty much it. Yeah, it's a weird one. Anyway, that is my MusiKAL shawl. I'm going to take it off so I can actually show you yarn and clip this microphone back to me. So give me a minute. And then, yeah. Never mind, these things happen, don't they? The yarns that I use for my MusiKAL are as follows. So I have, hang on, there's not a lot of each of them left. That's not it. Oh, that's strange. Okay, I'm missing one. I don't know where it's gone. So the first is this dark, beautiful reddy brown, which is from Yarnworthy yarns, and she doesn't dye anymore, unfortunately. This is called Ember. And that's so beautiful. I love those colours. It's definitely going to come in handy for some heels, toes and cuffs. I was going to say heels, toes and socks. I use, so that was one hand dyed that I used, and the other hand dyed I used was this one by Leigh Family Yarn. It's like a taupey colour. I always want to call it dark oak, and I don't think that's right. I can't remember. I will put it on the screen if I find the label and tell you what it's called, but that's Leigh Family Yarn. And it didn't have the actual fibre content on this, but it's a sort of, when I started knitting with it, I could tell it was nylon in there. But yeah, beautiful. And then my commercial yarns was, there's not a lot of this one left. This one, which is like a pinky, it looks very cream in the shawl, and obviously the other colours are making it look cream, but it's not. It's like this very light pink. This is Debbie Bliss Toast, Toast, if you're a little bit more posher than me. Debbie Bliss Toast in the rose colourway. And then my third one I can't find. Fourth one, I mean, I can't count either, obviously. But my fourth one is this. This was my C colour, so it's actually my third one, which is why I said that. This one, this rusty colour, that was Cascade Yarns Heritage in the cinnamon colourway. So there we go, that is all of them. I don't know how you're supposed to fold it because it's so unsymmetrical. Is that a word? Unsymmetrical. Right, let's move on. We've had enough airtime with that bloomin' shawl, I think. So we'll go on to my other finished object, which I kind of like scrambled in the middle of the MusiKAL because I needed to get it done for my own cowl, and that is the Coastal Waters socks, which are these. So Coastal Waters are a mirror socks, so they're like this actually, and they have this pattern running just down one side of the foot. They are a taupe with a fleagle heel, and they're knitted on 2.25mm needles. I did the size, I don't know, 64 stitch at the end. I can't remember what size it is off the top of my head. I think there's like 5 sizes in the pattern. It's pretty much vanilla, so it's quite like easy going because you've got all this vanilla, but then you just have this little bit of pattern, and the pattern's one of them where you're like, I'll just do one more V and then I'll be done. So it ends up like growing really quickly. I used Giddy Yarn's Reluctant Hero sock set, so you get this beautiful spearminty blue and then this lovely lilac-y mini with it. But yeah, so they were finished. My cowl runs every 2 months. It's for 2 months, and it changes sock every 2 months. It's the Cozy Toes cowl. So the last 2 months, so what would that be? What would it have been? September and October was the Coastal Waters, and at least at the Cozy Toes, was the Coastal Waters socks. And that had to be finished by the 29th of October. So I kind of like quickly finished them while doing the MusiKAL, and then went back to the MusiKAL. Yeah, I don't think there's really much else I can tell you because I have told you a lot about them already. I already have my pair that I obviously knitted when I designed them. But so now I've got 2, which is lovely. And that yarn's beautiful. It's really, really lovely, sturdy yarn. I'm just going to have some tea. My cats have finally stopped, by the way. That's why there's no more ruckus going on. So while we're talking about Coastal Waters, this month's cowl, so it started again on the 1st of November. So we've got back again with the Cozy Toes cowl. I'm absolutely rubbish at talking about this. I just can't get my words out. But the Cozy Toes cowl started again on the 1st of November. There is a prize to win at the end, but it is an Instagram cowl. So to be entered in with the prize, you have to be on Instagram. I know that's a pain in the bum for those of you who aren't on Instagram, but I can't figure out a other way to do it. I'm going to look into it for next year because it's going to run again for another year, which is why it's called 12 Cosy Tours. Originally, it was going to be 1 pair of socks per month, but I realised that that was just too much for everybody to be doing. I couldn't get it done. And so it was a little bit too much pressure with everything else that I have to knit. So I changed it to a 2 monthly cowl. So it's still 12 Cosy Tours because we're going to run for 2 years. So you will have 12 pairs of socks by the end of it. So mine this month is going to be, well, it already is. If you've seen my short that I put up, it is the Under the Hill socks, which are based on The Hobbit. These were designed for Skein and the Stitches calendar. She did like an advent that was 4 sock sets, and it was based on The Hobbit, and these socks were designed for that. This is Bilbo's Garden, this colourway, which was one of the sock sets from Skein and the Stitch. So you get this lovely sagey green, and then this green and pink type colourway in the middle. And I don't think this colourway is available anymore, but this is what I originally knitted them in. The socks are cuffed down, and you get this lovely, very simple, it looks so much trickier than it actually is, very simple lace pattern that's basically twisted knit stitches and then a big increase and then a suck back in, and that's all it is. It's really, really simple. It's heel flap and gusset. I'm pointing on the other side. Heel flap and gusset, and then rounded toe. And these are a lot of fun to knit. It's definitely a one more repeat type pattern. So I haven't cast mine on yet. This runs until December 29th because I'm not drawing prizes on December 31st. I'll be busy with some alcohol. There is I haven't sorted out a prize yet, so bear with me, but there will be a prize to win. And what you do is you knit your socks. The pattern is currently on offer at 50% off. Now, you need to go to Ravelry to buy the pattern, and if you can't use Ravelry, send me a message and I'll sort it out for you. And we'll do it somewhere. I do have patterns on Payhip, but it's just a bit of a faff on Payhip. So, but I can do it if you can't use Ravelry. So just send me a message if you would like the pattern, but you can't use Ravelry. Go to Ravelry, those of you who can, and the code is Cozy Nov, which I'll write on the screen. It is Cozy spelt the UK way with an S, not a Z, and or a Z, whichever way you want to say it. It is COSY and then Nov for the beginning of November, NOV. Cozy Nov will get you 50% off the price of the pattern. So instead of £5, it'll be £2.50 or whatever that translates to in your currency. And you can buy that pattern until the 31st of December, meaning you don't have to join in the cowl to get that price. So it's absolutely fine. If you want to just buy the pattern and then just do it in whenever you feel like, you just want to grab the pattern while it's on offer, go for it. It's fine. You don't have to do the cowl. If you do the cowl, you need to have your socks finished by the 29th of December. And you need to have posted a picture of the both of them, the pair, finished, complete, on Instagram, and then go back to my Instagram page, and pinned to the top of my grid is the official cowl post, which got pictures of the sock and it tells you it's a cowl. Go there and tell me you've finished, and then you're entered in the draw. That comment is your entry into the draw, okay? So if you finish 2 pairs, 3 pairs, 4 pairs, keep going back and commenting and posting the pictures up. You have to do those 2 things. The pictures have to be up and the comment has to be on the page, okay? And tag me in the picture, because then if I see them, I can share them. Sometimes you don't always see them. Instagram's a bit of a... It doesn't always show me, but I do have a search through the hashtags sometimes and I get to see them, and then I'll share them when I do. So I haven't cast on, but I have chosen my yarn and I've balled it up. I couldn't be bothered to get my Swift out the other day. Well, that's a lie. I tell you what happened. I am in the middle of sorting out my desk. So my dog, if you're on Patreon, you know this already, my dog knocked my laptop off my desk and she broke all the screen. It didn't crack, it was still usable, but it was flapping around. It wasn't attached to its casing anymore. And my laptop was being a little bit iffy. And I was like, I'm going to have to sort this out. I've been needing a new laptop for a while. So I was going to say partner then, but he is my husband. My husband said, I don't want to get you another laptop. Let's get you a PC. And I was like, okay. So he builds PCs and everything. He knows what he's doing. So he got me all the parts of the PC, built it for me, and it's actually on my desk. So I don't know if you can see my monitor is now there. My PC is down here. I've got a little, very cute that he got me, little keyboard, and it got my favourite mint colour because he knows me so well. Little mouse to match. Very nice. So I'm in the process of like kind of sorting my desk area. There is a massive box here, that is full of stuff that I don't need immediately, but will need eventually. And I'm trying to sort it, but it's just finding the time, and the MusiKAL kind of slurped up all my time. So I'm in the middle of doing it, but I do need to like set aside some time and just get it done. Because of that, long story to tell you, my yarn winder is up there, and it always is up there, but as per what it tells you to do, I always take the elastic off every time I'm not using it so that it's not overstretched. And I've obviously, when I've been cleaning all my desk out and sorting it out, I've took the elastic off and put it somewhere. Hopefully it's in this box. But when I went to use it the other day, I got my Swift out and everything, which is a right pain for me because I have nowhere to leave my Swift attached. So it's always put away, and then I have to get it out and get a table out and attach it. Faff about. I did all of that. I faffed about. I got the yarn on it. And then I went to put this on and I was like, where's the elastic? And I can't find the elastic, and I didn't want to dig in the box. So I hand wound it. But I very much regretted hand winding it. I didn't leave it on the Swift. I just put everything away in a fit of like, meh, and just went into the front room and started handballing it up. So this is what I've got. This is Wild Magic Yarns. This is not Wild Magic Yarns' fault, what I'm telling you. I got this lovely mini, which balled up absolutely fine. It was a little bit troublesome towards the end, but it was okay. But this bloomin' thing, I was there for about 2.5 hours untangling. All my fault. I should have left it on the Swift and just wound it from the Swift. All my fault. But anyway, these are the yarns that I'm using. That was very long to tell you that why they're balled by hand. So I got, they look nearly the same size, but they're not. This is a 50 gram and this is a 20 gram. And this is from Wild Magic Yarns, Yarnworthy Crossing. It's Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing themed yarn. This is Cherry Blossom. So it's supposed to be like a cherry tree. And yeah, it's got like the little flecks of brown in the pinky one. If you can see them, there's some around here. Are you focused on that? Yeah, and then this lovely mini. So I'm looking forward to casting them on. I think they'll look lovely in this one. I can't wait. I wanted, like, I have a lot of yarns in this kind of colour at the minute, and I was like, I want it different. I like my socks to be different, even though I've done Coastal Waters. Coastal Waters, I think it's the name, and also what the reason they're called Coastal Waters is because this thing reminds me of like underwater like seaweed, but under the water, where it floats up and it looks all mesmerising and pretty. It was actually Jess from Skein and the Stitch who pointed that out to me, and I was like, oh my God, yeah, it does. And so in my head, they are sea socks. So my original ones were done in like this sea colour, which was actually Skein and the Stitch yarn. And then I've chosen Giddy's sea colour to do a second pair. So I don't have a pair of Coastal Waters in a different colour. They're both blue, but whatever. So but these are what I'm using for my under the hill. So I will be casting them on very, very soon. My battery's on 10%. So I'm just going to grab my spare. I'll be back in a sec. So my whips. Let's talk about Pink Velvet by Andrea Mowry. So if you remember, I was struggling with this because I felt like my colour work was muddy with the boucle that I'd chosen, but I love it now. And I've been plodding away trying to get this done. So this is, for those of you who haven't seen it, I've got an itchy nose. Those of you who haven't seen it, this is my Pink Velvet. In her pattern, she uses the same colour boucle as she does her main colour. But I didn't. I decided to go a bit different. And it is a bit muddy, but I just love it now. And it's all squidge and I really, really like it. I definitely want to do more boucle. I love from a distance as well. It just looks like a pretty pattern. The last time you've seen it, I was where the dragonfly is. You can't see the dragonfly. Where have you gone? There it is. So I was there. So I've done a little bit since finishing the MusiKAL. And I'm pretty much at the ribbing. I have made it longer than hers. She says 21 and a half centimetres from the underarm. Or 4 centimetres short of what you want. I normally knit a top for about 30 to 33 centimetres so that it sits comfortably on me. I don't want to be tugging things and I don't like cropped. So yeah, I'm going to about 26, 29-ish. And I can't remember where I am. I think I'm about 27. I can't remember. I haven't knitted it for a little bit because this is all I have left of my main colour. So, oh no, I'm going to have to go yarn shopping. I have to go to the Wool Warehouse and get some yarn. My boucle, for those of you who want to know, is Creative Anarchy, and this is called Queen of the North. It's so beautiful, and I've got so much left, and I think I'm gonna make like a cowl or something with it because it's just like, oh, gorgeous. I have loads left. This main colour is Yarn Smith's Merino Sock in the grey heather colour. I don't have a label, which is a bit of a nightmare because that means I don't know what dye lot I'm getting, but it is what it is. I'm just going to have to go for it. Because this is long sleeves, so I think I'll manage with just one more skein of it. I think that should be okay. But yeah, so I'm getting there. And it's going to be gorgeous. I can't wait. It's took me such a long time because I was umming and ahhing about it for ages, whether I liked it or not. And I kept going really slow with it because I was like knitting it and going, do you want to knit this though? Are you going to wear this? So I kept like stopping and putting it down after like a row or two. But then once I'd split for the sleeves, that was the key to this. I split for the sleeves and was like, oh, right, no, now I know I really like it. And it's been great ever since. But it's obviously been on the... It would have been done, but the MusiKAL. I do enjoy the MusiKAL. I pull these faces, but I'm only kidding. I do enjoy it, really. So that's, as soon as I've ordered the yarn, that's my priority to get done, because it's just Sleeve Island, and that's what you do at Sleeve Island. It's a dance town. Sleeve Island and a bit of ribbon on the bottom. So it shouldn't take me that long, really, should it? A couple of days. Right. You're going to have to go on here, mate, because I've got no room for you. Next is a new cast on to show you. Oh, actually, no, I'll go to Rowan's Dino and just show you how far I am with that. So I've been making the Heidi Bear's Stegosaurus, I think it is, dinosaur for my son, Rowan. I'm not very far. It's basically, what I didn't get was that you crochet all the things first and then you crochet them all together. I didn't realise that. I thought you just worked and did it. I don't know. So I'm on the first hexagon. I don't know. But, so you make these little flowery things. And I'm just making them out of scraps. And it's going all right, you know. I'm quite happy. So it's kind of like, it's not really a TV project because I can't watch TV and crochet yet. I'm not that good. So, but I've got a little steady pile. I think, how many have I got? 15. So I've got 5 of these to go. 5 of this one to go. Then I've got 19 of another one that has one flower less. Like, obviously it still goes in a circle, but it's got 1 flower less. I've got 19 of them. And then it's like 2 of this, 3 of that, 1 of this. Of the other shapes. Oh, do you have to? My cat wants to come back in. But just settle down. Don't you wind them up. Don't you wind them up when you come in. So, yeah, I've been plodding away. Now, I did do a few little pinky ones and I showed him and he was like, yeah, they're nice, but can it be more blue and purple, please? So they'll have to be its feet or something. And so I started doing a bit more blue and purple. I think this one might be my favourite. I like that one. I like this one too, though. But yeah, so, oh, and this one's cool. I did one with variegated yarn and it's turned out a little bit funny. Where's that one gone? Here. So I don't think I'll be using that yarn again. That went a bit weird. But yeah, I am happy away with that. It's going to take ages. I didn't realise they were this small and I didn't realise you did all the hexes first and then fastened it together, which is like, I've had a hair and I can't see it now. There it is. It's a bit daunting to be making these look like a dinosaur when I'm only a little crocheter. I only started last year. I don't know. It's a bit scary. So that is full of scraps living in my beautiful bag by Yew Tree Yarn Craft that was gifted to me a while ago now. It's still going strong. I love it. It's one of my favourites, like big bag, you know, like big sweater bag, but it's just full of scraps for his dinosaur. Because it might have half a dinosaur in at some point, mightn't it? So I needed a big bag. So that's how my dinosaur is going. It's literally 4-ply scraps and I'm on a tiny, tiny hook. It's the tiniest hook I've ever used. It is, let me get it and tell you. I rummage. Here it is. A 2mm cannot convert to US, I'm sorry, but a 2mm, it's absolutely tiny, tiny, tiny little hook. But we're having fun, aren't we, Hook? Yes, we are. See? Right, so the next one is the new cast on. And this is also living in a Diane bag. Diane from Yew Tree Yarn Craft, because I love her and I love her bags. This one is lush because it's like all padded and squidge and I really like it. I got this in Yarndale. I did try to buy it, but her naughty partner Richard wouldn't let me. So this is also gifted. Look at it. Look at the chickens. I love it. I absolutely love it. It's all lovely yellow inside. Now, I am not a yellow fan, but I just love that. It's just bright and cheery and just gorgeous. And it's got 2 pockets in as well. Take my scissors out before they kill it. I'm not sponsored by Diane, by the way. I just love her and think that everybody should go and buy from her because she's amazing. Right, this is my new cast on. So I have, as you know, or as you may not know, I don't know. No. I have released a few patterns in the Athenaeum pattern, which is quite a simple ribbed pattern that I do. I did socks, cuff down socks. I've done a hat. I've done a tee. There's a jumper in the mix when I finally work out the maths. And soon there is a cowl. It's been through testing. It's in DK and 4-ply. It's been through testing. Everything's fine. I just need to get the final bits in place. But what I did think was, so long story short, when I decided I was going to do a cowl, I actually sent yarn off to sample knitters to do for me. And I had lovely Sam and lovely Lynn knit me a cowl, so each. So this is the DK version knitted by Sam. And it's lovely. I'm going to put it on, try not to affect my mic. So the DK is beautiful, sits up, does its thing, keeps you nice and snug. Lovely. I love it. This was knitted in King Cole's, is it Homespun? I haven't got the label in here. I'll put it on the screen. I think it's the Winter Sky colourway, I want to call it. And it's like got these little nups, like tweedy bits in it. And just gorgeous, gorgeous, fluffy, lovely, cosy yarn. That's the DK version. Everything fine, but only small like that. And then lovely Lynn knitted me, I sent her this yarn and she knitted me the 4-ply version. Now, before I sent her the yarn, I had this beautiful yarn and I wanted to use it, but it had yak in it and I'd never used yak before. So this is, I can't remember the colourway, Ammonite or something like that, by Quack Yarn. It's absolutely gorgeous. I love it so much. But it had yak in it and I didn't realise that yak stretches so much and is really drapey. It's almost like silk. And so, as a result, the cowl doesn't do its lovely, I'll sit up and keep you warm. It's like really, really floppy, which is fine, but it's not what I was going for. It's really hard to style because it just does that. It just does that. It's just so floppy. Beautiful, beautiful yarn. And Lynn did a great job, but it's just not going to work for the pattern. So I'm going to actually pull this out and use it for a shawl because it's too beautiful to just leave, and I doubt I'd wear it like that. It's so floppy that I could actually tie it double, which got me thinking, I do like a long cowl that you can wrap double, especially in the midst of winter. I really like that. So we've come to a conclusion that I'm going to rip that out and use the yarn for something else. My lovely friend Em is going to post me her cowl because she test knit the 4-ply. She's going to post it to me and I'm going to use that for the shorter one for photos, and I've cast on a double-sized one in the 4-ply. So this is it. It's a bit bunched up on my needle because it's not quite long enough, but this is going to be long enough to wrap double. I'm showing you the wrong side, but it doesn't really matter. So this is in this gorgeous yarn by Madrigal Yarns. This is the Desert colourway. It's 100% merino and I've had it for a while and didn't know what to do with it, and then I just thought, oh, do you know what? I'd like a cowl in that colour. So I cast it on a couple of nights ago and I've done a couple of rows. It's like nearly 400 stitches, so it takes a little while to get around. It is on 3.5mm needles. And is it? Yeah, which is a US 4. And yeah, we'll get there. I'm getting there. It's going to take me a little while to get around, but I do want to get that done because I really want to get the pattern out. I'm not going to knit a double cowl in the DK colour, in the DK, that's the end of the sentence. I'm not going to do that. I will eventually, but to get the pattern out, I'm just going to do at least one double, and then I will add, I can't talk. Right, so the pattern itself is going to be released with a 4-ply and the DK version combined. So you get either version in the pattern, so you can swap and change and do what you like. The pattern will have instructions to make the small one and a double one in both weights of yarn, but I won't have a double DK one to show in pictures until later down. And then when I knit one eventually, I will add the pictures in. But until then, it's just going to have a double 4-ply one and a single 4-ply one, and then a single DK one just in the pictures. But the pattern itself will have instructions for 4 different cowls. Does that make sense? I'm hoping that makes sense. So that's the Athenaeum cowl. That will be out very soon because my Pua testers have been patiently waiting, and I've just been so tied up with everything else. I haven't had a lot of time. And I think that's all my whips. Is that all my whips? Yeah. Yeah, because everything else I haven't picked up since you last seen me. So I've got the bits and bob socks. I haven't picked them up. I've got my granny square blanket. I haven't picked that up, but it does keep popping in my head. I really want it. My feet were cold the other day and I was like, you should have had that blanket made, shouldn't you? So I need to get on that. I'm just going to have some tea because it's going to be freezing. Oh, it is. So I do have some acquisitions to show you if you were interested. A few weeks back, I won, on Instagram. You know when you just enter a competition on Instagram, you just like tag your mate and share it to your stories or whatever. I do it like daily. I never win out. I do sometimes. But I did win a couple of weeks ago from Woolly Knit. I won a £50 voucher from Woolly Knit. So I've been umming and ahhing for bloomin' ages of what to get because I just couldn't choose what I wanted. Their website is amazing for like choice of stuff, and I was just like, I don't know what I want. But I had eventually settled a couple of days ago, and it was literally at my door 2 days later, like so fast. I know I'm in the UK and so are they, but brilliant. So I got a DK cone. In my head, I was like, I want something that I can design with. So it was like, you have to pick colours really carefully for designing because colour can make or break a design. It really can. And I've picked wrong colours before. And I've designed patterns for magazines in a certain colour, and then they've picked a different colour and the pattern looks completely different. It's weird. It's weird. Anyway, I picked this one from Woolly Knit. So this is the Pure British New Wool in a DK. I can't remember the name of the colour, but I'll pop it on the screen. So it's very rustic and it is a little bit rough, but you can tell there's a bit of lanolin left in there and everything. And I reckon, yeah, it smells really sheepy. That's going to block out lovely. So I got that. That's enough to make me a jumper in DK. And it's, what was I going to say? I can't remember how, it doesn't have anything on the label, which is a little bit annoying because I'm going to have to write on the label because I'll forget. But I will look it all up and I'll put it on the screen. But it's like something like 200, no, it's more than 200 grams. Maybe it's 500, I can't remember. I'll pop it on the screen what the grams and everything is and how much is in there. But it's a lot. And it was like either 20 or 22 pound. £22, I think. So I got that one. Obviously I got it for nothing because I won the £50 voucher. And then I got this one. Look at all that yarn. So this is merino, 100% merino, and you can really tell it's like, it doesn't smell as sheepy and it's really, really soft and beautiful. It's got a lovely little halo on it as well, and some of my hair, yay. It's got a lovely little fuzzy halo. I will put the colours on the screen. This is enough. If I hold it double for DK, it will make me a jumper. If I just have it as it is, it's 2 jumpers worth of yarn, and it cost me £30. It didn't, because I had a voucher, but it costs £30. Absolute bargain. Do you know what? These are at Yarndale all the time, and I just walk past them because I think, oh no, I'm not bothered about cones. I will be next time. I'll be like, here, get in there. Get loads for our bang, what's it called? Bang for your buck or something, I don't know. Loads for your money. Amazing. So that's woolly knit. And then I've been a bit naughty and been splurging with Yew Tree Yarncraft because there's a reason. Because when I went to Yarndale, I was fully intending to buy stuff from Diane at Yew Tree Yarncraft. I do have a Yarndale video which will be out next week. Hopefully. I don't know what the footage is like, so hopefully. Yeah, I was fully intending to buy things for her and she wouldn't let me buy anything. She kept just giving me them for free because she's one of the most beautiful humans ever, and so is her partner Richard. And I tried to buy a mystery skein and she gave it to me for free. And I tried to buy that bag a bit later on and Richard gave it to me for free. They wouldn't let me buy anything. And there's a reason. They said it was because I've been really supportive of Diane and they wanted to thank me for it. But I was trying to buy things. So I went away and then went on a thing and bought things. Because I wanted to buy things. So the first one I got was this one. These are her tarot collection. And this popped up. This is based on the Wheel of Fortune. So I got this sock set. Oh, I love it. That's her little label. I love her label too. And yeah, just look at it. I just love it. So I have plans for this for next year. It's going to be one of my Cozy Toes socks. It's already penciled in. And then, it's in ink. And then I got that one and then she popped up with this one, which is also from the Tarot collection. And this is the Tower. And I was like, well, I need that now. So I bought this one as well. Oh, isn't it gorgeous? Oh, I love it. So these are both sock sets, 50 gram and a 20 gram. Oh, it's a 25 gram mini, that says. 50 gram 4 ply, 25 gram. Oh, okay. There you go. So it's about 100 metres in this and 200 metres in that. Have I just read that right? Yes. So yeah, this is the Tower. I don't know if they're still available or not. Either of them, but honestly, check out Diane. I know, like, I'm proper plugging her today, but like, honestly, she's like the most amazing human being. I love her to bits. Right, that's my acquisitions. Is that all my acquisitions? Oh, I did get an advent come through. I've only bought one. I got chromatic yarns because I always think of her as Corner of Craft, bless her, Hannah. But she's stopped using Corner of Craft and her YouTube is still Corner of Craft, but everything else she's stopped. And she's just going to be chromatic yarns to try and make things easier. But in my head, she's Corner of Craft. So it's chromatic yarns, which she's always been. It's just she had the 2 names. Now, I'm going to mute this because the bag is super, super loud. Right, try and hold it steady. So this is what I got. I got the 25-day skein, which I love that wrapping. I don't know if you can see the cats on it. It's so cool. And then everything else is like, like candy bags. And there's extras in here. There's something flat at the front. So yeah, I'm very excited. And then I'm just going to mute again while I put this back. I really need to transfer it into something else because I can't use that bag for when I open it online, which I'll talk about in a minute. And then I went for a knit and natter with my lovely friends Ange and Em the other week. And Em had bought me and Ange a calendar each. So 25 numbered paper bags with 4x 5 gram mini skeins inside. And this is from What Mustard Made, who I'd never heard of before, but they're escaping. They look like this. Some more candy bags. We love a candy bag. Who's you escaping? Number 15, getting out and about. So, yeah. Honestly, I have amazing friends. I really do. I love them to bits. So it's a cheeky little advent, apparently. And that's from What Mustard Did? I can't see it now. What Mustard Made. And they said What Mustard Said. I keep thinking of Colonel Mustard. Do you remember from Cluedo? If you don't, you probably think, what the hell is she talking about? Anyway, both of those advents will be getting opened on Vlogmas, because I will be doing Vlogmas. I am a glutton for punishment, you know. I will be doing Vlogmas. I have no idea what's going to happen for Vlogmas though, because both my kids, I used to do like lots of Christmassy activities and stuff, but both my kids, like one's 17, he has no interest in going to see Father Christmas. And the other one is 9 and no longer believes, and undoubtedly won't be bothered. Yeah, I'm going to see what comes up and see if there's things that we can do, but I don't really know what Vlogmas holds. However, it will definitely be Advent opening. So I have the Chromatic Yarns one and I have the What Mustard Made one, and I'll also, every year, me and my lovely friend Suzanne, who watches, we do a Advent swap. Now, normally we just swap scraps and then we put bits and bobs in. And for the last couple of years, I've shown me opening that as well. But this year we've decided, because our scraps kind of are the same and we just keep sending each other the same stuff, really. So now we've decided that we're just going to get each other a couple of sock sets and some bits and bobs. So I'm going to also open that, but it'll be like, I'll probably open maybe one on the 1st and one on the 12th, or maybe one on the 12th and one on the 24th. I'm not sure. I might not be able to resist and I might just open it. I don't know. We will see what happens, but that's another one that I'll be opening. And that's it. I'm getting no more. But I will be doing Vlogmas. So, yeah. Oh, no. It'll be fine. I'm just a bit worried that it won't be entertaining because I'm not really doing anything Christmassy, because I'm not going to go and see Santa by myself. And my kids are just too old now and boring. They're not boring. They're just too old to be messing about with sitting on a Santa's knee, which is a good thing, really. Right, life stuff. Let's talk life stuff. This is going to be a bloomin' long podcast, isn't it? Not a lot going on, really, because I've just finished MusiKAL and I've been a little bit run ragged, I'm not going to lie, and it always slows me down and makes me, because it's so time consuming, I kind of lose track of everything else, and then I've got to play catch up afterwards, which is where I'm at the minute. This should have been recorded yesterday and I just didn't have it in me, so it's getting done today. And I'm sure this is up for you on Sunday. I'll get it sorted. Rowan has been away with his school since Wednesday. He went on a residential. Today's Friday. The day of recording is Friday. So he went on a residential with his school. He went Wednesday morning about 10ish, 10:15, and I haven't seen him since. He is on one of those, he's at a centre where they sleep in dormitories, and he's doing like climbing walls and zip lines and I don't know, orienteering, all that kind of thing. I know he did a leap of faith yesterday where he had to jump off something really high. I don't know how he got on, because it's just like the teachers have been texting us and keeping us in the loop, and it's been lovely, and we've had a couple of pictures, but it's like a blanket text to every parent. So like, oh, we're all settled down, we're all going to bed, we've all had a lovely day, we've all done this leap of faith. So I don't know how he's actually got on. I just know as a group. But yeah, I've really missed his grumpy little face, honestly. They sent a picture up yesterday, and in the groups, everyone's like this, and Rowan's going, like, really, like, He's so grumpy. So I don't actually know if he's enjoyed it or not. He is home today at 1 or 2. I think the bus is at 1, so they're an hour away in the bus. So he'll be home this afternoon, and I'm allowed to go and pick him up and bring him straight home. And I'm really excited to go and get him because I've proper missed him. He's just, he's such a character. He makes me laugh. So that's where Rowan is. We've all been hit with a bit of a stomach bug, and we've been quite poorly. Rowan didn't get it. He had a little bit of a dicky tummy for one morning, but then he went into school in the afternoon. Like, it wasn't, I think he might have just been playing off us. But Caden's been off college for 3 days because he's had it. Me and Terry had it like the week before, and he just like felt really sick, a banging headache, but not actually vomiting or anything. Just the feeling of like just not feeling great. And then it lasted about 4 or 5 days. It was like quite lengthy, but we're all okay now. Apart from, well, Caden's not, but he'll be fine. He's getting there. He's on the edge now. Not much going on. This November the 5th is bonfire night in the UK, Guy Fawkes night, fireworks night, whatever you want to call it, where we celebrate that Guy Fawkes didn't get away with blowing up Parliament in 1605 or something. I don't know. It's a bizarre tradition. But it was a bit... Obviously, Wednesday was the day that Rowan went away, so we didn't do anything. So we're going to my dad's on Saturday, which has like become a tradition now. We've been going for the last 4 or 5 years. We go to my dad's and my stepmom, Jean. We go there and we do a couple of fireworks, but then we just like have a fire going. We all sit outside, have a bit of a drink, and eat hot dogs and things. And the kids go, and the kids all play together and have a great time. It's like me and my kids and Jean's sons with their kids and partners, wives. So yeah, it's always a bit of fun. So we're doing that on Saturday, so that's going to be nice. But just no plans for anything, and like, I don't know. There's just nothing going on. I live a boring life. Yeah, so that's it. That's it for life stuff. Patreon, I would like to welcome, just popping in. So at this point, I am welcoming new Patreons. But as I'm in editing right now, I've realised that I've been really, really rubbish at welcoming new Patreons. Basically, because of me not being around to podcast for 4 weeks and being a bit head in the clouds a couple of weeks in the run-up, I've missed a couple of patrons who I haven't said hello to, and also just basically made a mess of it. So I would like to welcome our new patrons, Alison, Sharon, Janesse, I think that's how you say your name, I hope I'm right, and Amy. So I do know Amy from Discord, but the other 3, I don't think I know you in Discord. And if that's the case, get yourself along. Now, it will make your tier fatter and fluffier and much better in the understanding of everything that goes on, because I can't do everything I need to do in Patreon, and I do have to fluff it out in Discord. So a lot of like discussions and things happen in Discord, and also there's a lovely community over there which like everybody is welcome to, and it's lovely and fluffy and nice too. But I just want to say a huge thank you to those 4 people who've signed up over the last month and a half, I think, because I truly appreciate you signing up and joining our little gang. And Patreon is lovely, and we get to do lots of fun things together. And I just really thank you very much from the bottom of my heart for signing up. I just love the little Patreon gang. It's lovely. So this currently we've changed a little bit on Patreon. I've added a new thing. So I have a massive back catalogue of hats and jumpers and a couple of shawls, scarves, things like that were designed for knitting magazines. And the contract has run out, but they're not released, so you can't get them because it's down to me to get them out. And I always think, I need to work on these, and I never get round to doing it because I've always got something else to do. So I decided it's kind of like an accountability thing for me. If I put it on Patreon and get them to choose which one I do, and then I can get it out. So last month, I gave them a choice of 3 hats to vote from. I'll pop the picture up for what they voted from. So there was 3 hats to choose from, and what's called Fall Favourites on Ravelry, which was named by the magazine, came out on top. So we're going to be working on that. So basically how it's going to go is, this is Bobbles and Nups. The Bobbles and Nups tiers are the top 2 tiers. There's only 3 tiers. The Bobbles and Nups voted on which hat they wanted to do, and then which pattern, because it's going to be different. But they voted on which one they wanted to do. Each one will get its turn again, like until they get done. But they picked Fall Favourites, so now we're going to test knit it, and they get priority because they voted on it. I do want to state that every single test knit that I do that is new and up and coming designs and everything will still go to my mailing list. But these ones voted by Patreon that are old patterns are going to be test knit by Patreon. I don't want anyone thinking I'm doing a pay to test tier, because I'm not. This is literally old patterns that practically don't really need testing, but we're going to test them just to make sure that everything is right, because they're just sitting there on my computer waiting to be done. So the Fall Favourites looks a bit like this. I can't put it on because I've fastened my hair up, but it looks a bit like this. It's like increases and decreases. It's not cables or anything. And then this lacy bit. And there's a hat. And there is currently a big cowl, but I have added a smaller cowl into the patterns. This can be double wrapped, which is what I was talking about with the Athenaeum cowl, a double wrap one. So yeah, this is the original from the magazine, because they always send them back to me. So I am going to be using these for pictures and everything, but I'm going to try and knit a smaller one maybe, or I might just borrow a testers like I am with the Athenaeum cowl. We'll see, because there's only so much one person can knit. But so they are currently, well, they're not just yet. They're about to go into testing with the Patreons who want to do it. And then it should be released. We're going to test until January time because it's Christmas and everything else. So we're going to test until January, and then it should be released at the end of January. So there you go. And it won't be called Fall Favourites. The Patreons are also going to, they're all like giving me name ideas, and then we're going to vote on a name, and it'll have a different name as well. So the Patreons get to rename them, and they get to pick which one they're going to work on and everything else. So that's new for the Bobbles and Nups tiers. Yeah, get yourself along, have a look around, see if it's for you, because it's fun over there. And you get what is it, 2 vlogs a month, because it's like, it's the month before, but it's like split into 2. So you get like what's going on behind the scenes, which hasn't been much last month other than MusiKAL, but it's getting better. I've also got plans in place to do a monthly stitch marker club, where you don't need to sign up for the entire year. You just pick and choose whichever one you fancy. I am putting it up as a mystery, but if you want to see the actual stitch marker, you would just need to send me a message and I'll send you a picture of the actual stitch marker that you're going to receive. And that's going to start in January. But I've been talking about this in my Discord because I've been really confused of how to do it. My February themed one is February themed. It's like a Valentine's-y one. And it's not a love heart or anything, but it is a Valentine's-y one. But if I release that at the beginning of February, you're not going to get it until the end of February. So I talked about it in Discord, and we've decided that my January one I'm going to shove to the end, and I'm going to advertise and do the February one in January, so that when you get it, you'll get it at the end of January, so that it's ready for February. So you've got a nice themed stitch marker for February. I hope that makes sense. I was really confused of how to do it. And then a couple of lovely Discorders was saying, well, so-and-so does it like this and blah, 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 and you should do it like this and do it like that. And it really helped my head out of how to do it. So I will pop up, whoa, this is like fresh off the news block. But this is my February themed, well, it's January. This is my January stitch marker, but it's February themed. Does that make sense? So if you like the look of the mystery, and you want to get in on a stitch marker club, just keep that in mind, because I'm not putting it up yet. I'm just showing you, but it will be going up. It'll be like a pre-order thing, and then they'll be shipped out at the end of January, and you should receive it around the beginning of February, depending on where you are. Like, it's a bit hard, but yes, pre-orders will open in the beginning of January. 2nd of January, pre-orders will open, because I won't be fit for anybody on the 1st of January. And that is everything I have to tell you. If I've forgotten anything, I will pop back. I do. Oh, there is. Oh God, this is so long. There is some things though that I wanted to say. So I watch podcasts and I love podcasts. I've been looking for new podcasters, and in my Discord, I made this, like I said, and loads of Discorders give like a load of new podcasters, and I've been going through and I've found some really, really great podcasters that I'm really enjoying. So I'm going to tell you here a couple of them for you to go and check out, because some of them are like pretty new, I think. So one of them, my favourite, she's my favourite. I messaged on her, I commented on her latest video, because she is definitely like coming up as I just really like watching her, is the Knitting Forecast, which is Sarah. It's good to see another Northern lass. There's not many Northern lasses on here, what's going on? So, come on Northern lasses, make some podcasts. So Sarah is the Knitting Forecast. She's really fun to watch. She loves like bright colours and things, and her fishy jumper is great. I haven't seen a lot. I've only seen maybe 3 or 4 episodes so far, but I'm really enjoying her. And then who was the other one? Curly Top. I can't remember her name, but I've only watched 1 episode, but I really enjoyed it. And she's making like an intarsia jumper. Oh my God, it's like, I know the jumper that it is. I'll pop the name on the screen, because off the top of my head I can't remember it. I've never made it. But her intarsia version is insanely beautiful and so clever. And yeah, and she's just lovely. She made me laugh. And so yeah, I'm going to put the Knitting Forecast, and is it Curly Top? Hang on, I'm going to double check that because I don't want to get it wrong. Where's my phone? Curly Top Makes. That's who it is. Curly Top Makes. And does she say her name on here? Judy from Curly Top Makes. She really makes me laugh. And yeah, she's lovely. So Knitting Forecast, Curly Top Makes, go and check them out. I will tag them in the description. And everything I've talked about today will be tagged. I thought there was a cat in the box then. Everything I've talked about today will be tagged it will be linked in the description box as always. This has been hella long. This section alone is saying 47 minutes. And I know there's other sections that I had to stop and start because of stupid cats and yeah, taking jumpers off and stuff. So, well, I'm back, innit? I had a lot to tell you. I haven't been around for a month. I've been doing stupid MusiKAL business, and I've got stuff to say. Right, I'm losing it, so I'm going before it totally goes off the rails, and I will see you very, very soon. Hopefully, Yarndale video next week, as long as I've still got the footage. And the editing is okay, because I don't know what it was like. I'm still trying to get used to this camera out and about, and it's really like, what we're looking at, where we going. It's like really annoying. So we'll see what the footage is like. It might make you sick, so I might not put it up. We will see. Right, waffle. Yeah, thank you for watching. Goodbye.